Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my day 12 foundation. I have the KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation, and I'm also testing out the new Lunar Beauty Liquid Blushes. I have 3 different shades. I'm only going to test out one in today's video, but I did swatch them for you. I am wearing the shade Rose Reina on my cheeks right now, and I'm not wearing any other blush on top. I'm just going to rock this and see how long it'll last. On top of the Good Apple foundation, I am currently at the 5.5 hour mark with this foundation. If you're curious about the KVD Good Apple or these new Lunar Beauty Liquid Blushes, then just keep on watching. Alright, for my day 12 foundation, I chose the KVD. It is called KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. There are 40 different shades and it's supposed to provide a natural finish. Here are the 4 different shades that you can get on your sample pack. Light 10, Medium 27, Tan 66, and Deep 84. The shade that I have is Medium 048. And I feel like this works really well for me when I'm not freshly self-tanned, but I literally just self-tanned yesterday, and like it's pretty dark. So plus I already have natural sun anyway, so I look extra dark. So I'll probably have to custom mix. I'm gonna put a little bit of 48 out on the plate so you can see it. Oh my god. There goes my plan on wearing a freaking sweatshirt to the movies. So, take 2. Let's try this again. The little stopper was clogged. So now you're going to hear the washing machine in the background because I'm going to try to wash it before I go. Hopefully I'll have time. What I was going to say is I'm getting ready to go to the movies, and it is like, you know, summer, 80 some degrees, maybe 90 today. But I don't know about you, but when I go to the movies, or anywhere indoors rather, I want to wear something warm because I get cold. I'm going to be there for 2 hours or more. So that was my plan, was to wear this cute little sweatshirt that my friend got me as a gift for doing her wedding makeup. And it was cute. It said Schnauzer Mommy on it. And I was going to show it to you, but anyway, here we are. Moving on. Alright, Medium 048. This is what it looks like. And I'll put it on my neck. I'll just put a little bit so you can see. A little zit there. But as you can see, it is a little too light for me right now. So I will have to mix in one of these. And I'm going to do, I guess, a little bit of Tan 066. This is what the shade looks like. It's very orange. But if I add just a little bit of it to 048, just a smidge, it'll make it perfect, I'm sure. I'm sure of it because everything's going perfect so far. I scooped out this much and I'm going to mix it in and see if I can create a custom shade. I will say the shade that I have, 48 Medium, is a really good neutral shade. Like, you know how a lot of times neutrals will pull warm? I can say for sure that this one does pull very neutral. So there you can see where I've mixed it together, what it's looking like. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush to blend this out. This foundation is very full coverage, and I don't feel like it's very heavy on the skin. Like, I don't feel like I'm wearing a lot of product. When I blend it out, it feels nice and lightweight and still provides excellent coverage. And let's talk about that shade match I just did. Wow. It was like the perfect little ratio. At least something has gone right so far. You can see that little bit that I just blended out gave really nice coverage. Blended very easily. I've worn it several times. I used my Cali Ray So Bloom Primer, which is a holy grail. And I like to use it whenever I'm testing a foundation, especially when I'm going to film for you guys and give you my opinions. I want to use something that I know works well. So I will wear this as long as I can today. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I'll try to wear it for a good 12 hours and we will see how it holds up on my skin. Alright, and I'm just going to finish blending this side with the It Cosmetics brush. And then I'll use the Stands Out sponge on this side. I would agree this does give a natural finish to the skin. It doesn't give a matte finish by any means. And it doesn't blur the pores. Like, I used a blurring primer. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but I put the Cali Ray primer on quite a while ago before I even did my mascara or my brows. So it's had plenty of time to sink in. You can still see my pores, but it does a really good job at blurring. But you can see how it kind of just sits on top of the skin. We'll use the Stands Out sponge here in a minute to press it in further and see if that helps. But I do feel like it kind of just sits on top of my skin. And it's not very blurring. But from a distance, it looks really good. It's evened everything out. I did pretty good on the shade. It looks pretty nice, you guys. I don't want to act like I don't like it. It's just not a favorite. And you know how that is. When you have something, it's like, oh, it's not bad. I'm not like overly excited about it, but it's not bad. So I'm going to take my Stands Out sponge with whatever product's left on here and just see if that'll be enough to do this side of my face. It should be. One thing I noticed with this foundation is that it feels very lightweight on the skin, but it definitely looks heavy. You can tell you have foundation on, and I just don't agree with some of the claims. The KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation comes in 40 different shades. It is $42 for 1 ounce of product. It provides a natural finish. It's best for normal, combo, or oily skin. It's supposed to blur pores, stand up to sweat and humidity, and flashback free. It has a 4-star rating on Sephora's website. It's also available at Ulta and at Kohl's. If you're curious about this foundation, keep your eye out for sales. It constantly goes on sale, especially at Sephora. Sometimes you can even find it for 50% off. Looks really good. Either way, I think it looks really good. And it's kind of, I'm going to press this side in now. I feel like it's warming up and like sinking into my skin better now. I feel like sometimes it takes a foundation a little while to dry down and to really get to its full potential, you know? It has to warm up on the skin. I still don't feel like it's the most blurring formula, but it looks pretty, and I think once we powder it, there won't be any issues. So I'm taking a little bit more to do this side of my forehead, a little bit on this side of my nose, and then there's still product left that I'll use to blend down my neck a little bit and to just do like the final, you know, the final pass. And like by my hairline, I like to use the brush. It's just a little bit easier to maneuver. So I'm taking this leftover product onto the brush. I'm just going to pack it in there, and we're going to go around my jawline and my forehead and just make sure it's all blended in. I also like the brush to do my ears. It's just easier. Okay, I went ahead and added the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand and then the House Labs concealer. Set the concealer with the new Tarte Creaseless Under Eye Powder in the shade Pink. I went ahead and did liquid contour because I knew I was going to do these blushes. These are the new Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Liquid Blushes. This is what the packaging looks like. It is very pretty. And I have 3 shades. I chose Mauve Mommy, Pumpkin Poppy, and Rose Reina. I almost chose Bloom Bea because that was the third like neutral option, but I went for Pumpkin Poppy as just like a little bit of a more, I don't know, just more of a spicy color for me. And I think it would be beautiful for the fall. So I'm going to open these up and then I'll show you all the shades. I don't know which one to choose for today's look. I'll probably end up going with Rose Reina. Okay, so this looks like a very, first of all, it matches my eyeshadow perfectly. And I just feel like this is a very good color for spring, summer. Ooh, I like the texture. It's like a whipped texture almost, like a moussey. I don't know, it's thicker than I thought it would be, the formula. But that is Rose Reina. That's probably what I will use today. Now we have Pumpkin Poppy, which I feel like is going to be beautiful. I mean, it would be beautiful anytime, don't get me wrong. It's really like a coral, more of a coral color than pumpkin in my opinion. But I feel like this would be gorgeous for fall, summer. I don't know, it's just gorgeous. Look at that shade. The mixture, like to mix those two, might really be stunning as well. And last but not least is Mauve Mommy. The component is really nice too. It's bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, so Mauve Mommy is deeper and cooler, more like of a purple tone. It reminds me a lot of Encourage from Rare Beauty. So that's the 3 shades that I chose. I cannot wait to try this out. Like I said, you could also mix them. I feel like that would be really cool. But I think today we're going to start with Rose Reina because I felt like that was the best option for this eye look. And I'm trying to hurry because I got to get to the movies. But so Rose Reina for the win. Here is the doe foot. It has the little bit of a slant to where it'll pick up the product on the tip. And like I said, it's a pretty decent size component. Heavy, weighted. I like it. What I like to do is I'm going to take some on the palm of my hand. Use my Rare Beauty blush brush because I feel like this is just a really good like duo fiber blush brush. This is really nice. All right, Rose Reina on my hand here. I'm going to work it into the fibers of the brush. Let's apply. Whoa. Let's take some over here. Work that in. Oh, it's gorgeous. I had a feeling I was going to love them based off of his video. Because they dry down to like a more natural finish instead of like extra dewy, which some do. These are stunning. And the shade matches my eye look so well. I love it. You can see on my hand here, I worked all the product into the brush and just used one dot for both sides, and it gave a natural, beautiful blush look. All right, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to finish up my makeup so I can get to the movies and then get started on the wear test for today. So let me finish up my face and I'll come right back. All right, I've just completed my look. I'm just going to put on lower lash mascara, but I wanted to let you know I did not put on any powder blush. I just left the blush as is because it doesn't even need it. It looks beautiful. I wanted to let you know I did use the Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles lipsticks. I mixed the 2 shades, Mara and Lanny, and I also used his Universal setting powder. So that is the completed look. I'm going to go about my day and we will do check-ins. Hey guys, I'm back. I just got back from the movies. We are currently at about 4 o'clock, which is about 5.5 hours since I first applied this foundation and the blush. So from afar back here, I do have my lights on because the weather outside can't make up its mind. It's like it wants to rain, but it hasn't yet. It's getting cloudy. So I just went ahead and turned on my lights. And for the most part, everything looks good. I just have the Summer Fridays lip butter balm on now because I ate popcorn, you know, had candy and drinks and stuff at the movies. So the lipstick and stuff that I had on earlier has already worn off. But anyways, the foundation. As you can see, my texture is still visible. There's a little bit of shine coming through, but it's just easily blotted away. I haven't had to re-powder or touch up or anything. This is just what it looks like after about 5.5 hours. I did use his Universal Setting Powder in the shade Light. It's not my favorite. I know a lot of people love it, but for me, it doesn't contain my oils as well as some others do. I think it still looks pretty good. I don't have any, like, patchiness. It's not breaking apart. It still feels really smooth everywhere. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I love that about it. For such a full coverage foundation, you would think it might feel heavy and like mask-like, but it doesn't. In the demonstration part of the video, I did not add another layer of foundation. You can build this up and get like extremely full coverage, but I'm afraid that that would make it feel a little too heavy, so I just did like a very light layer. So you can still see some of my like sunspots and stuff through here, my freckles. But I just wanted to let you know, if you do want to make this full coverage, you absolutely can. I would just do one layer, let it dry down, and then add another. I am loving these Moon Prism liquid blushes from Lunar Beauty. Rose Reina is the only thing on my cheeks right now other than my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and it's holding up beautifully. I'm loving them. I can't wait to try the other shades. Pumpkin Poppy, I'm so excited to try that out. Now, Mauve Mommy, it's a little bit cool and purple, but I can rock Encourage from Rare Beauty, so I think this is going to be very similar. I'm just so excited to have these. I only purchased 3 because they were doing that buy 2 get 1 free deal, and I just felt like I didn't need all of the shades. The bright pinks are just not for me. The only one I'm kind of regretting that I didn't get was that Bloom Bea. You get 6.5 grams of product, so even though they are like big, the component, you aren't getting a ton of product, but you don't need that much, you know what I mean? I'm happy to report that it's working very well, and I will see you back here in a few hours to see how everything is holding up. So far, so good. Hey guys, the sun's about to go down. It's 8 o'clock. I just wanted to hop on here really quick and show you what I meant about how it doesn't wear extremely well on me. It doesn't look terrible from far away. It looks pretty decent, but it does not contain my oils very well. I don't know. It's just not a favorite foundation for me, but this is what it looks like after 10 hours out in natural lighting. I wanted to hop on here and just give you a glimpse of what it's looking like. I'll try to come back at the end of the night. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back. It is about 10 o'clock, so this has been about a 12-hour wear test. And I just wanted to come back and show you what my skin is looking like before I take all of this off. So as you can see, my texture is very visible. Oils started to come through about 6 hours in, I would say. I'm easily able to blot them back down to where it's not so bad. I can just take my Stands Out sponge or a little triangle puff, even just tissue or toilet paper, anything that you can use to absorb some of the oil. It'll help the shine. It'll dye it down a little bit and you can get some more wear out of it. I could probably get another 5 to 6 hours out of this if I had to. I'm going to definitely not do that. I'm going to bed, but I just wanted to show you before I take this off how it looks at the 12-hour mark. I'm very impressed with the Lunar Beauty blushes. This is again shade Rose Reina. I didn't use any other powder blush on top of it to set it, and it has just worn beautifully. Of course, it's starting to fade now, but you can definitely still see it. I love the formula. I'm very pleased, and I think you all should definitely check those out if you're looking for a good liquid formula. If you're familiar with the Rare Beauty blushes, they do last, but I dare say that this formula, this is Pumpkin Poppy, I dare say that this formula is a little bit longer lasting, in my opinion. The finish is more natural, it's not as dewy, and I just feel like they lasted longer on my skin. So I'm very happy with it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, do all those things. Come join me because it's a beautiful life and I love sharing it. So I'll see you in the next one. That's all for now.